Hi guys, I'm kind of jacked up on caffeine, and I found one of those accent memes, which always entertain me. And this is a new one that I haven't done before. Sorry, I'm on my phone and I keep looking to my computer screen, so that's why I'm going back and forth. I am in bed and looking exhausted, so forgive me for that. But if you are interested in hearing me talk for however long this ends up being, there are probably better things you can do with your time. But thank you. Um, let's see. So this is an accent meme. Question one is, what is my name and my username? My name is Avery, and my username is Until the Next Time on Tumblr, which is a quote from the Sarah Jane Adventures, the Doctor Who spinoff. It is the last thing that the 10th Doctor, says to Sarah Jane in The Wedding of Sarah Jane Smith. So it's a nice little chippy quote, and it's that's very much how I tend to, or at least at the time I created Tumblr, was tending to live my life, was looking from one good thing to the next, because the time in between is not always great, and that is still the case. It's always nice to have something to look forward to. I am from New Orleans, Louisiana. I still live here, about technically like 25 minutes north of New Orleans. So I've been here more or less 24 years straight. I don't have a typical traditional Southern accent. People around here where I live don't really. I have some Southern phrasing and some Southern kind of emphasis on words, but generally, I don't think that I've got a very distinct accent. That depends on who you ask, though. What's the time where I am? It is 12:15 a.m., so I should probably be asleep, but it's Friday. I need to pronounce the following words. Okay. Meme. For a long time, up until I've been on the internet longer than I should have been, but for a long time it was meme. So I don't even know. I never said it out loud, so it kind of sounded like that in my head. But then somewhere along the way, I learned it was meme, and I had to reorient myself in my head to learn that. Okay, meme. I don't know what this is. Pepe, Pepe. I know that's a thing, but I don't really know what that thing is. Pepe, peep is a little Easter candy. I don't know about that one. And okay, this one I know what it is, but I don't know how to say it. Doge, D-O-G-E. It's a little dog that makes faces. Not a corgi. Is it a corgi? Yeah, it's a corgi, I think. But that's another meme that I have witnessed, but never especially been involved in. Sudoku, I know that one, even though I don't play it. Espresso. I don't want to say this because I don't know if there's a right or wrong. I say Celtic. I don't know if Celtic is, if anybody says that. That might be one thing. I think I've heard both. Akai? I'm kind of feel like I'm really kind of being very uncultural at the moment. Akai, is that? I'll post the meme and you guys can see if I'm wrong and tell me and correct me. Dr. Seuss. Is there more than one way to say Dr. Seuss? I don't know. What is my favorite pizza place? I'm pretty boring, I guess. Like my favorite, my go-to is just Domino's. And they also asked my favorite pizza topping. My go-to is thin crust pizza with green peppers and mushrooms. But I mean, there are like really great pizza places that I've been to that are not local or not chains. I just can't think of them any off the top of my head. What is my favorite dessert? I like dessert. I am not really picky. I'm a big chocolate person. One that is special to me is every year my grandparents go to Norway, and they have a house there. My grandmother's from Norway, and we go to Norway every few years as a family, or we have in the past at least. And the Norwegian chocolate, Milka Chokolade, is amazing, and we don't get to have it very often. We only get it when my grandparents bring it home once a year. And when my wonderful friend Darla just went to Epcot, it got me some, so that was super exciting. So that one's nice because it makes me think of Norway. It's yummy and delicious, and it's kind of a special treat. What is my favorite food and what food do I hate? I can never answer the favorite food thing. I'm all about seafood. I live in New Orleans. I love spicy food. There's not much seafood that I don't do. I love Italian. I am into sushi. I like bread. Oh my God, I had like 6 pieces of garlic bread yesterday. It was really not good. Oh, and I had Brussels sprouts. Veggies, pretty much all veggies. What food do I hate? I don't eat. I'm a pescatarian. Hi, my cat is. Yeah, say hi. I'm a pescatarian, so I eat seafood, but I don't eat any other meat. That is primarily for health reasons at this point. But it's been so long since I've had proper meat that I'm not gonna say I hate it, but I don't, mind not eating it. Yeah, I know. I don't like cat food. I guess I don't. I am not a super picky eater. What is my favorite TV show? So this could be a really, really long list. Yes, hi. My favorite TV show at the moment, the fandom that I'm really into at the moment, is Supergirl. You may have noticed and blacklisted that, and every variation thereof. And I'm also really into Bates Motel at the moment. But yes, hi. But anyway, my all-time favorite, forever and ever, amen, is Battlestar Galactica, which I think will surprise very few people. Daisy, kiddo, scooch, yeah. Okay. What show was I into but then got out of? That's a lot. When I was younger, when I committed to something, I was like ride or die. And I stuck with. I'm like 24. I stuck through some real rough times. But I think House was the first show that I had watched and really liked, and then was finally like, you know what, I'm not going to do this anymore, and just gave up in the middle of. And after that, I became a lot better about letting go of shows or series or fandoms that I was just not getting anything out of. What is something that I've recently kind of gotten out of? I was super into Game of Thrones, like the TV show, for a hot minute, and then I read the books, and then I saw what they did with like season 4 and 5, and so that's one that TV show I was into, and then really out of, and I think if you are somebody who has read the books and watches the show and follows me, I have followed a very similar trajectory to a lot of you guys. What brand is my phone? I have an iPhone. It was my dad's, and now it is mine. Do I speak a second language? I do not. Like, shamefully, I don't. I took Spanish for a really long time, for like 9 or 10 years. I took Spanish, and I went to a good school. I had a good teacher, or several good teachers, but where I live, there is just not a lot of emphasis on learning other languages. And so, we would kind of go through the same thing over and over again. And when I was in school and studying it, I could get around pretty well. But no, as soon as I was out, it was all gone. And I'm not a very language-oriented person. That is not something that comes very naturally to me. But it's embarrassing. I've got so many friends who are bilingual or multilingual, and I think that is amazing. And I would love, and I feel in many ways obligated to make more of an effort. I speak cat. There is that. I speak cat sometimes. How do I define a group of people when I'm talking to them? Do I say guys or dudes, or I say y'all? That is probably my biggest Southern giveaway. I say y'all. I don't really say all y'all that much, but definitely y'all. I say you guys. Depending on who I'm talking to, I will. These past few years, I've gotten really into like, hey, dudes, or kiddos, or kind of those. I don't know. Those. Like, is that like a thing these days? Like, kind of almost condescending terms for groups of people. It's not meant that way. It's just sort of very casual, cavalier. Like when I'm like calling for my brothers or their friends, like y'all or dudes, come on, dinner's ready, whatever. When I'm calling this cat one, and my other cat, and calling for animals, I will call for hi, yeah. I will, be like, come on, babies, yeah, come on, babies. Generally, y'all or you guys. This is like, oh shit, this is almost 10 minutes. See, I can talk a little bit when I'm jacked up on caffeine, as I said. All right, here we go. What Harry Potter house do I most identify with? If sorted by Pottermore, do you agree with the one I got? So here's my Harry Potter house story. When I was 9, I read the books, and when I was 9, computers were kind of first making their way into houses, as not as being a, kind of an everyday object. And my dad was spending so much time on the computer, and I just could not get it. I'm like, what the hell are you doing for hours at a time on the computer? I read Harry Potter. I saw them, and I was like, okay, this is, not bad. I'm interested. So I went to the internet and I searched Harry Potter, and that was that. That began hours and hours and hours of online forums, and that's how I discovered fan fiction and shipping, and it was little tiny baby 9-year-old Avery just learning all about sex ed and fandom and watching the ship wars, and just like, it was. So the first website that I joined was a message board. It was called Magic Hogwarts News and RPG. I still am friends with one person that I met way back then, on Facebook at least. And one of the things that you sign up and you fill out this long application to be sorted. And so I was sorted. I was put into Hufflepuff, and I spent years on that site. And we had like our password protected Hufflepuff common room, and I joined the Hufflepuff Quidditch team, and I kind of really developed that house pride. And as I got older, you're 11 when you're sorted. So I was about, 10-ish, 9 or 10 when I joined Magic Hogwarts and was sorted. So it would have been about the right time. And as I got older, this is an important identity, piece of my identity. So I thought, okay, is that right? When I'm 16, 17, does Hufflepuff still apply? And yeah, it does. I've always identified very strongly with Hufflepuff. I think that I am pretty loyal. I think that I am kind of nutsy at times. I think that I'm smart. I think I can be kind of manipulative. I think that I'm courageous. I think that loyalty and connection and compassion are the values that I hold most dear, and those are the ones that I tried, that when I'm making decisions and thinking hard, those are the things that I try to come back to, and I feel like those are very Hufflepuff qualities. So when I was being sorted for Pottermore, I was freaking stressed, right? I'm like, what, if I get any other house, I don't care how awesome Gryffindor, Slytherin, Ravenclaw are, and this is like a fundamental piece of my personality here, and I was very, very, very relieved to be officially sorted into Hufflepuff, and to this day, I stand with that house very proudly. Is there something you should be doing right now but are procrastinating? So many things. We're not going to go into that. Now that we've talked about what I need to be doing, go do it. Well, that's fantastic, because I procrastinated talking about it. Not even procrastinated, I just flat out didn't. But I probably should go to sleep, because it is like 12:30 and my little brother's in town for only one more day, and we're going to do crap tomorrow. And I've already talked for 12 minutes, and I'm guessing most people are not going to watch this, but if you did, kudos, and I don't know why, but you're awesome. Have a good night. If you are so inclined, I would like to hear you people talk and share information about yourselves and hear what your voices sound like. So I will go ahead and reblog this meme, and I will be curious to hear what you have to say. Have an excellent night or a morning or whatever it is, wherever you are. Bye.